Amongst designers and non-designers, there's a lot of confusion around what design is and what it's for. This is a problem, especially if it's happening within the organization that you're working for, or the clients that are hiring you do not fully understand the types of services and the value that you bring to their business. So in this video, I wanted to talk about this specific problem and what we can do about it. When you say design, most people think about the visuals, the pretty part, the handsome part, the shiny stuff, the aesthetics. But that's only a small piece of it. And even within the organization that you're working for, there may be confusion around the role of a designer and the type of value a designer can bring to the business. And it's not just me. I mean, anecdotally, I've noticed it. However, within my network of designers in different types of industries and different types of design roles, they've shared the same sentiment as well. So it's pretty pervasive throughout this design world. But this misunderstanding, this misconception is absolutely understandable. Design is too broad of a term. When I say design, it could be fashion design, it could be architecture, graphic design, motion design. Of course, there's digital product design and user experience design, which is what I do, but it could also be community programming. That's design as well. So when I say design and there's misunderstandings and misconceptions about what it is and what it's for, I think it's completely understandable. Another issue is that the role of design has evolved so quickly ever since the web that the definition of it hasn't had a chance to really catch up. So let me put it this way. So before the web, classical design ruled. And classical design is a term that John Maeda coined. Basically, think architecture, graphic design, fashion, furniture, stuff like that, where there's a clear start and finish to the design process. And once that's done, you distribute the product out to the world. In this world, there's a clear reliance on standards, tradition, and expression. But come the web and post-web, we've made this clear shift into what John Maeda calls computational design. And computational design, think websites, applications on your phone, virtual reality, augmented reality, stuff like that. And we're squarely now in this world where we are crafting technology to help solve human problems in real time, at scale, but there's no real definition of finished. So my son and his happy fits will destroy the house. Yep. Oh. He put the filter in. Nice. So I know the house is messy, but I'm gonna clean up later because my lovely wife made time for me this morning so I could get all my clips shot. So I'm gonna set up. We've talked a little bit about why there's confusion around what design is and what design is for. But where does that leave us today? I can't speak to all the different segments of design, but let me come at it from the angle of digital product design and user experience design. In my mind, design is a discipline. It's a method and a process of understanding how people think and feel, then humanizing technology so that they can use it and benefit from it. I think it's sort of like a muscle. It's a muscle that needs to be exercised, and the value of it is not measured by just the outputs or just by putting in the work, but it's measured by the outcome, the result of it. Now, with this definition of design, I think it's extremely limiting to say that we can only rely on the classical thinking. I think there needs to be another dimension, another toolkit that designers need to tack on to what they do currently to really have the fullness of what designers can do today in computational design. So the burden is on us as designers to build that bridge, to increase that understanding of what design is and what design is for. So let me propose two things. First, I think designers need to put in the work to better understand and truly incorporate data into the design process. And when I say data, I don't just mean qualitative data, I also mean quantitative data, numbers. And by doing this, I think the value of it is going to be much more understandable. And I think the value of design for the business's bottom line will be much more tangible. The other part is that designers need to work harder to make sure that we can speak in business terms. And we need to be able to communicate and translate what we're thinking into a way that they can understand. The other part of that is that we need to be really good about empathizing with business stakeholders and understanding where they're coming from just as much as we are with our end users. And over time, by demonstrating that we can operate in this fashion, I think we'll be able to move out of this box of designers just create good visuals to designers are problem solvers. Problem solvers that can partner up with businesses and different clients to create real value. And I think this is going to create this platform for us to really, truly bring the most value and do the type of work that we're really proud of.